Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be my X-Men 97 Episode 8 review. This episode was absolutely amazing, which I can say for pretty much all of the episodes in X-Men 97. We got Cable basically explaining Bastion's whole plan and what the future is going to look like because it's all very dark and gloomy. Mutants are basically slaves for humankind, and they have set up Bastion to be a very good villain for this series. He's making people into Prime Sentinels. That's basically going to be like his army to go after the mutants. He even made his own mother a Prime Sentinel. Like, this dude is bad. And I love the whole scene where he was talking with other supervillains. We got some really cool cameos there. We got Zemo, Doctor Doom, and I think the one girl that was on one of the screens might be Madame Mask. But it was just really cool to see all of these different villains working together to get rid of the mutants. And I'm just really liking Bastion as a villain. He's very intricate. He's written really well. He's very menacing. Next, we gotta talk about the action in this episode because it was really good. We got a really great fight sequence with Wolverine and Nightcrawler versus some Prime Sentinels in the X-Mansion, which that thing is getting destroyed again, yes. Then we got another great scene with Cable, Jean Grey, and Cyclops on the X-Jet. That thing got destroyed again. And then he has like a blue X-Men Porsche, which was really badass. I hope they make that into like a Lego set or something to go with my X-Jet. I think they would just look really cool on display next to each other. But anyways, that scene was great. Just watching the Summers family bond together, fight some Prime Sentinels. It was really cool. We got to see Sunspot finally transform fully and fly around, save Jubilee. That was awesome too. And then we got Magneto escaping Bastion, thanks to Valerie Cooper, which everyone thought was going to be Mystique, but I guess she's not. I guess she technically still could be. Like, maybe her necklace has a power dampener on it. I don't know. Because if it was Mystique, that would actually be really cool, you know? She lets Magneto escape. She's been listening in on all the conversations between Bastion and the government, and she would just be a really good double agent to have it revealed that she knows all of the plans, and she's now going to help the mutants out. I think that would still be cool, but based off of this episode, it doesn't look like she is Mystique, but I do think there's still a chance. Next, we gotta talk about some other cameos in this episode, because we saw Silver Samurai, Omega Red, and the 90s animated series SpiderMan. Writer Bo DeMeo confirmed that this is the Christopher Daniel Barnes Spider-Man in this series, and I'm like 99% sure we'll see more of him in this season, because I don't think they're gonna show us the 90s Spider-Man that everyone knows and loves and then just never show him again. I think he's obviously going to pop up again, maybe fight alongside the X-Men, or they could go a completely different direction and go Avengers versus X-Men and have Spider-Man and the Avengers fighting the X-Men. There's two different ways that they could do this, but I do think we will see more Spider-Man, and I'm really hoping that they bring that series back, because there was a big rumor that Marvel is going to continue with their 90s animated universe and just make new seasons for all of those old shows, Spider-Man being one of them, and we need another season of Spider-Man the Animated Series. I loved that show growing up. I'm actually rewatching it right now. The original writer said he wants to come back, and I'm sure Christopher Daniel Barnes would come back too, and man, as soon as I saw Spider-Man swinging around in this episode, I lost it. I think I honestly shed a tear or two. I am just so emotionally attached to that version of Spider-Man, and just seeing him again was amazing, especially with the updated animation and everything. It was beautiful. But yeah, guys, episode 8 was really good. The action was awesome. The dialogue, the writing, the stakes, the drama, the cameos. And this is the first episode of the final 3, which is going to be like one big arc. The Tolerance is Extinction arc of this series, and I can't wait to see it play out. I'm honestly just blown away by this show. Like, every single episode is amazing. There's really only one episode that I would say is below an 8 out of 10, and that is the Motendo episode with Sunspot and Jubilee. I still like the episode, it just didn't really connect to the broader story. It just felt like some random little side story, which I still enjoyed a lot, but it's just crazy to me that the quality of this show is just so damn high. Like, every episode is a 9 or 9.5 out of 10. There's one episode that I do think is a 10 out of 10, and that is episode 5. That episode was perfect, one of the best episodes of television I have ever seen. But yeah, episode 8 was great. I can't wait to see part 2 of Tolerance's Extinction next week on episode 9, and I think we're gonna see some Avengers. And the ending to X-Men 97 I think is gonna be huge. I think it might connect to the broader MCU. I think some Avengers are gonna show up. We've had a bunch of Easter eggs for Stark Industries. We got Comertage name dropped in this episode, obviously hinting towards towards Doctor Strange. We got General Ross referencing Hulk in a previous episode. We just saw Spider-Man, and we did have Doctor Doom pop up in today's episode, so maybe the Fantastic Four will show up in the finale as well. Fantastic Four was one of those 90s superhero animated shows, so they could potentially pop up too alongside the Avengers, and I think that would be amazing. So yeah, I think the Avengers might show up to help out the mutants, or maybe they side with the government and have to fight the X-Men in an Avengers versus X-Men part of this story, who knows? All I can say is I'm really enjoying this show. I would say it's the best thing on TV right now, and I really hope that Disney and Marvel brings back Spider-Man from the 90s series. Especially if you're gonna put him in X-Men 97, you know that people are gonna see Spider-Man and start demanding for future seasons of that series, so I think there's a really good chance it could actually happen. But yeah guys, that is my thoughts on episode 8. I don't really have any flaws with it. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. It is a damn near perfect episode of X-Men, and I loved it. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought about today's episode, and do you think that we will get future seasons of Spider-Man the animated series? That's it for today's video guys. Thank you for watching this review. If you want to see more reviews for future X-Men 97 episodes and hopefully some Spider-Man animated series episodes, make sure you subscribe. Other than that, I will see you all in the next video.